But this definitely isn't something I expected to hear about on a Thursday. Young Philly, if you don't know who this guy is, massive YouTuber in the UK, part of a squad that goes by the name of Beta Squad, all funny people that make content kind of similar to the Sidemen or FaZe Clan, I suppose, but just a little bit smaller, and he's just been charged with rape. What the fuck? Now, I know this guy's always been a little bit creepy, a little bit on the dodgy side when it comes to women, but 4 counts of sexual penetration without consent and 3 counts of assault, plus another count of impeding a person's normal breathing or circulation by applying pressure to their neck, is genuinely not something I expected from this guy. I'll be completely honest. Anyway, all of this has taken place whilst he's on tour in Australia, and it happened after a performance that he'd done at a nightclub by the name of Bar 120. And for those of you that are a little bit confused as to why the hell this guy's performing at a nightclub, he makes music. I've never listened to it. I don't know if it's good or not. And he was just kind of doing a little bit of a tour, just presenting his music. But anyway, the story goes, he performs at the nightclub, he meets a woman there, and he says, oh yeah, you should come back to my hotel room and we can sit down and drink tea and eat biscuits, because that's definitely going to be what happens. So obviously she goes back to the hotel room and, well, a fucking horrible event occurred, and that is what has led to his arrest. I mean, 4 counts of penetration without consent and 3 counts of assault is fucking crazy. Like, that's not like some like light shit. That is seriously some intense struggle right there. Anyway, thankfully the police do actually have evidence against this piece of shit. So if anyone is doubting, oh, you know, he might have not done it. Actually, yeah, I quite like Young Philly. He's kind of funny. So you know what? I stand with Young Philly. Fuck you. You're an idiot. There's no other way of putting it. You're just plain stupid. I understand that everyone is innocent until proven guilty, but let's just look at the stats here. So after his hearing today at the magistrate's court, the case presented CCTV footage and photo evidence. This guy's fucking cooked. He's done for. And we also got a bit of an insight of what the injuries were like. Obviously, we don't have any pictures or videos, and to be honest, even if we did, I wouldn't be showing them here. And the court had described the injuries as, no ordinary person can consent to these circumstances. Across her body is a history of violent acts. We say these photos and what is alleged is beyond the pale, beyond what could be considered to be a consensual act. Now look, I know people like to get a little bit freaky, okay? They like to get their freak on. They like to do a couple Fortnite emotes whilst they're hitting it, you know? And I understand people get a little bit crazy sometimes, and I get it. Some people are into that. But what are the chances, you know, that Philly meets a girl and she's really into just getting beaten up? Pretty fucking low. And even if she was into that, why would she go to the police about it? I don't know. Anyway, off the rip, the court were a little bit indecisive as to whether they wanted to allow Philly to have the option of bail, and they came to the conclusion that, okay, sure, but we're going to need some pretty tight circumstances to make sure that this guy doesn't get away, because, well, we know he's got a shitload of money, we know he's got a bunch of connections, so him escaping the country definitely wouldn't be a hard chore to do. So some of the conditions are, he's been banned from posting on social media, and he's not allowed to contact his victim. Honestly, not surprised whatsoever. He's also had to pay 52,000 Great British pounds, which is 100,000 Australian dollars. He's also been told that he has to remain in Western Australia, which, to be honest, Australia's not too bad of a country, so I'm sure he can definitely deal with that one, considering what he's fucking done. And he also has to report to the police station 3 times a week. I don't know what that kind of schedule is. I'm guessing it's kind of every other day. But we've also got a court date, which is the 19th of December this year. So that is so unbelievably fast. I can't wait to sit there with my popcorn and watch this piece of shit get put away. Anyway, some of you are probably wondering, what if he hadn't been granted bail? What would have happened then? How long would he have had to spend in jail? 2 years. This motherfucker is so lucky that he'd been granted bail, because if he hadn't been, oh my god, he would have been getting wasted away in those jails. To be honest, his fame has probably played a bit of a role in this, because if he wasn't as famous and as popular, they probably would have thought, you know what, he's a rapist, chuck him in there. You know, I'm not going to give him the option of bail. Anyway, I do also know that a lot of people are probably going to say, hey, look, dude, I personally don't think that he did it. But my response to that is, really has quite a lot of history around being very strange around women. I mean, there's so many clips out there, so many screenshots, so many weird messages, so many scenarios where he's just been a bit odd. And not too long ago, it actually came out how he would kind of treat women whenever he'd go out. And he'd just essentially just say to them, hey, look, yeah, come and sit on my table. And they'd be sat there talking and stuff. And he'd say to them, are you coming back to the hotel room? They'd say, probably not tonight, because I've only just met you. And he'd just say, get the fuck out of here. You're not part of the Clash of Clans clan anymore. No, I'm not interested in you. Piss off. I mean, what a piece of shit. Seriously, this guy's a fucking horrible person. Anyway, for those of you that now hate this guy as much as I do have a little bit of a bonus clip from you guys from the news source that actually originally announced this, and it's him walking around in handcuffs and getting put in the back of a car whilst he's getting transported. So yeah, let's get into the clip.
3 counts of assault occasioning bodily harm and 1 count of impeding another person's normal breathing or circulation. Detectives from the Sex Assault Squad say the 29-year-old man sexually assaulted a woman woman in her 20s.
Amazing clip, seeing a piece of shit getting put away. But I do want to make it clear, although I personally believe that he's done it, especially with all the previous evidence of how he's been around women, I do still stand that he is innocent until proven guilty. Because I understand, especially in the world nowadays, people will do absolutely anything for a bit of cash and for a bit of clout. Not saying that the girl's instantly gone out and said, oh yeah, Philly did this to me, please follow me on social media and give me money. We don't even know who the girl is, but I am aware that these things can happen, and there's a chance that he's been falsely accused. But then again, there is evidence. It was put out there in the court. It's been looked at, and it's very suspicious. So at the moment, you know, I'm 60% saying that he's guilty. You know, I personally would say that he's definitely guilty, but there's still an element to me which is going to sit and wait and be patient. I'm not going to jump the gun on this kind of thing. I don't want to go out there and make these false statements saying, yeah, he's guilty, he definitely did it, fuck this guy, yeah, he's a rapist, without the court really ruling it. So I'm just going to sit and be patient. But yeah, this is fucking crazy. I don't think we'll see any sort of follow-up anytime soon. I think the next time we hear a follow-up will probably be December when he gets his court case. Fuck this guy. That's about it. See ya.